the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 13, and verse 11. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. And I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to start off as always by giving all praise, all honor, all glory unto YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, Kodash. A double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahawah, bahasham YAHAWASHI. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the elect out there, whoever you might be. And shalom to the 144,000. It's the brother Amawan Padah from the GMS Denver camp, coming at you with a quick lesson in regards to, growing up in the spirit, man. Because that's exactly what's going on when you come into this truth. And I'm speaking to you men, first and foremost, you know what I mean? In the world, we weren't really taught how to, be real men. And you don't really learn that until you come into the truth, man. Okay? A real man serves Yahawah, bahasham YAHAWASHI. All right? A real man is going to come out of the ways of the world. And this is going to be in response to a video that one of the brothers did, one of the beloved brothers did today. And I'll show you his page real quick. All right? 1 second. All right, here's the brother's video right here. You can see his page is GMS. See if I can get the whole thing. GMS Psalms for Thought. Okay, hold on. Yep, GMS Psalms for Thought 144. All right, that's his page. Go ahead, subscribe, and watch to be edified. All right, it's the brother out there in the GMS Dallas. Okay, this is the video that I watched earlier, and I saw part of it, and he was going in, man. And the title is American Western culture is trash and childish, and that is the truth, man. When you come into the understanding of Yahawah, bahasham YAHAWASHI, you look at the world and you see that the majority of these people are childish, man. All right, they're childish in their ways, in the way they look at life, man. All right, just because they might seem successful in this society, all right, it doesn't mean anything, man, because, like I said, you're not a true man until you begin to understand the ways and the will of Yahawah, bahasham YAHAWASHI, your creator. We start moving according to his ways, man. That's true maturity, man. But these people of the world, they still indulge in sin, such as adultery. That's childish, man. We're growing up from that bullshit. Women out here want to be sluts and hoes running the streets. That's childish, man. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, men out here competing to see how many women they could get, basing their value off of how many broads they dealing with. That's high school childish shit, man. When you come into this truth, you get put on your purpose, man. And your purpose as a man is to serve Yahawah, bahasham YAHAWASHI. All right. And to do the things that, he wants us to do, man. Point blank, period. Anything outside of that is vain and it's childish, man. Straight up. Okay. So yeah, you got Jake out here still gang banging, and that's held in high esteem in the society. You got 50-year-old, they call themselves OGs and whatnot, still gang banging, man, living that stupid lifestyle. That's childish. This society is childish, man. And I just wanted to make that point, man. It stood out to me when I saw this video, this title. It's the truth. I noticed that a lot, man. You got men out here, grown ass men out here, trying to be TikTok famous and shit. Instead of being aware of what's really going on, man, in the world, current events, being aware of prophecy. They're more worried about goddamn, becoming Instagram famous and, being a celebrity on YouTube and whatnot, making all kind of goofy ass videos. That's childish, man. But that's what's uplifted here, man. But the men of the Lord are looked down upon in this society. Matter of fact, let's get a quick precept. Here's a scripture that comes to mind immediately. All right. The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 10 and verse 6. It says, folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. All right. And that's exactly what's going on here, especially in America, Babylon the Great. I mean, these other countries, man, they got their folly too, but Folly is upheld here in America. It's encouraged. It's held in very high esteem. If you're a complete idiot out here, you're gonna be held in high regard, man. But when you speak in the words of YAHAWASHI, bringing forth prophecy, then you looked at as a bum, and you're no fun. You're boring. That's backwards, man. Okay, matter of fact, let's get this in the AI overview real quick. All right, so here we have the AI overview real quick. Okay, now it says the phrase folly is set in great dignity from Ecclesiastes 10:6 in the KJV highlights the paradox where foolishness is often elevated to high positions. And that's the truth, man. All right, that's the truth. While those of true worth may be overlooked or placed in lowly positions, this reflects a commentary on societal values and the nature of leadership. And yeah, man, showing you that this society is upside down. All right, it's being ran by Esau, man. All right, the so-called white man, who's the devil that the Bible speaks of. Everything that he does is adverse to the order of YAHAWASHI. And that's why he uplifts folly in this society. Okay. Okay, folly is, foolishness, man. Okay, let's see. It says, context of the verse, it says, observation of society, or this current society, should I say. It says, the verse reflects on the nature of leadership and authority, suggesting that those lacking wisdom can attain power. And that's what you see, man. You got complete idiots, running the government, man. You got people that are PDF files and weirdos in positions of authority, man. All right. You see what I'm saying? You got homos in positions of authority over Jake at these jobs, man. Shit, at my job, you know what I'm saying? We got, managers and whatnot, people that have authority that are not wise enough to know that homosexuality is wrong. You know what I'm saying? But they're above us. And then, they're esteemed in high value in this world, man. Okay, what's his name? President Obama's punk ass, and he's not an Israelite, by the way. He's a damn Hamite, or he could be a 1948er. But anyway, he came out and said recently that every so-called black young male should have a gay mentor, a homosexual mentor. You see what I'm saying? This is the type of shit that goes on in this society. This utter folly and abomination. Okay, we got to get the hell out of here, man. He's the former president saying shit like that, man. Come on, man. It says, yeah, that's the point right there, man. That's the point on that. Okay, folly is held in great dignity in this society, but you got to grow the fuck up, man. Our people got to grow up. But only the elect are going to be engaged in that process of being rehabilitated, man, from this childish estate that we've been accustomed to here in America, Babylon the Great. Pleasing the flesh, that's childish, man. Not being prudent, thinking of the future, that's childish. All right, I got another one real quick. This is Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 21. It says, folly is joy to him that is destitute of wisdom, but a man of understanding walketh uprightly. All right, a child is someone who lacks understanding. Children are ignorant, man, of the things of the world. You know what I'm saying? When you're a little kid, you don't understand how the world works, and why things are the way they are. All right, because you're lacking certain wisdom. All right, when you become older, you gain certain wisdom of the world, man. All right, you see what I'm saying? And you start to walk uprightly, So how much more us that come into this truth? All right, we're walking uprightly because we have the wisdom of YAHAWASHI. We know the result of wickedness and indulging in the flesh completely. We understand that that's a detriment to our salvation. We understand, not to be engulfed in the cares of this life. You see, just chasing the bag, giving all our energy to the bag. You see, and our people, they live off of that doctrine, man, that worldly doctrine. Just get to the bag. It don't matter how you get it. Just get to the bag. That's childish, man. All right. That's carnality, man. And to live completely carnally is, like I said, it's childish behavior, man. The elect are the true parents of the nation, man. All right. And if we are the first fruits, man, especially us men, that means we're the forefathers of our nation. So it's only right that we will come into this truth, man, and gain this wisdom. All right. Unlike the rest of the world, man, our people are very, very immature. Even the elderly, man. You got grown ass women on TikTok, trying to compete with the younger women. Same thing with the men. All right. Still talking about voting and all type of that's childish behavior, man. Okay. I just want to beat it and ingrain it into your head. All right. So anyway, man. Yeah, man. Also that phrase comes to mind. What is it? Damn, I'm trying to think of it. A phrase they use in the world. Ignorance is bliss. That comes to mind too. Ignorance is bliss, because when you're a child, you're ignorant to the world, man, and the responsibilities that you have to have. All right. And that's why, when you're a kid, it's fun. You're just able to do whatever, not, really consider the consequences of your actions. All right. But when you become older, man, when you come into this truth, you have a responsibility, man, to behave yourself as a representative of YAHAWASHI. All right. So we're not, able to be out here in ignorance like the rest of these people out here, man, living that YOLO lifestyle. All right. Not being prudent. It's going to be to their own detriment, though. You understand? The ones of the world are the people of Israel who are out here in the world, the 2/3 that are part of this wicked society, engaging in indulging in this folly out here. All right. It's going to be to their own demise, man, because they didn't choose wisdom. They didn't choose to buckle down and say, you know what, hold on, man, maybe I should see what the Lord wants us to do, instead of out here just trying to have fun all the damn time like a little ass kid. Maybe I should, take some prudence to see what the Lord wants us to do. What should I be doing as a man? What am I on this earth here to do? Why are we here? What responsibility do I have as a man of the Lord? You know what I'm saying? They don't consider those things, man. They just live that YOLO lifestyle, man. So anyway, man, yeah, man, discipline, that's another thing that comes with, wisdom and growing up in the spirit, man. We're here to be grown up in the spirit. All right. By Yahawah, by YAHAWASHI. It starts with the word, man. All right. So with that being said, I just want to, do a quick lesson on that, man. Reflecting on society and how it's just a really childish world, man, that we live in when you really look at it. So yeah, I'm in this lesson right here. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahawah, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, Racha, Quadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who will, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahawah, YAHAWASHI. Kwam Yasharala in the Bible Ball. Shalom. It's time to show ourselves men.